In the diagram, the point P is dividing A, B. So add the x coordinate, divide by 2, add the y coordinates, divide by 2, you will get the midpoint. Midpoint, sum of x coordinates by 2, sum of y coordinates by 2 is midpoint. When you want to do x coordinate, use the formula for x. Same formula, write in spite of x, put y. The line joining these 2 points is trisected. But what is the concept? Center means what? Midpoint of the diameter. So I am using midpoint formula. All of you know midpoint formula. x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Welcome to the session, dear students. So in my last class I taught you some of the problems based on distance formula. So you know how to plot a point, you know how to apply distance formula. In today's session we'll go ahead with section formula. So section formula, that is point of internal division, point of external division, midpoint, centroid, center of a circle, all those things we'll discuss in detail. So today we are going to discuss in detail about what? Section formulae. What is meant by sectioning? Dividing. So sectioning means what? We'll divide. So we'll divide and we'll apply. Now coming to the first concept, section formula for internal division. Internal division means the point which divides the line joining should be in between or should lie between the 2 points. Suppose if I have 2 points, so this is a line joining point, say one is M, the other one is capital N. So these are the 2 line joining points. If any point divides in the ratio M is to N, so now you can see the point of division is between M and N, or the point of division is between means what? Internal. That's why we use the word internal division. Here you can see the point P. In the diagram, the point P is dividing A, B in the ratio M is to N, and it lies internally because it is between A and B. It's not outside. So it lies between A and B. So the point is called as this point P divides AB in the ratio M is to N internally. Now how to get the point, or what are the coordinates of P? So coordinates of P, we can derive section formula, or what you have derived in your high school, the same. So after deriving we'll get M into this, M into x2 plus n into x1, crisscross. M with x2 plus n with x1 divided by sum of the ratio. Similarly, m y2 plus n y1 divided by m plus n. So this is x coordinate of the point and this is y coordinate of the point. So we call P as what? Point of division. Point of division means it is dividing or it is sectioning the line joining. So here in the diagram between A and B I have a point. So P is in between. So therefore we say internal division, and to get the coordinates of P, if you know the coordinates of A and B, it's more than enough. So here coordinates of A is x1 y1, coordinates of B is x2 y2, and the coordinates of the point of division is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n, and P divides AB in the ratio m is to n. Now coming to the point. So this formula helps you to find the point of division when you know the line joining points. And this point is dividing the line into 2 parts. One part is AP and the other part is BP. And also this point, once you get, you can conclude that this APB are collinear, means they lie on the same line segment. So now if you take a simple problem, so where suppose I have a point called R and I have another point called S, and R is 2, 1 and say S is minus 1, 3. So I have taken 2 points. If I ask you to find a point which divides RS, which divides what? RS in the ratio, which divides RS in the ratio say 3:1. So I want you to find a point, say let P be the point, which divides RS in the ratio 3:1. You can find the point using the section formula. So in the diagram I have drawn a draft diagram where P divides R and S in the ratio 3:1. So now how to find P? Again we'll use the section formula. What is section formula? mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n, and my to see x coordinate is made up of x coordinates of both the points. The first point we call it as x1 y1 and the second point we call it as x2 y2. So now mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. Then similarly my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So now I got the point of division. This is a point of division. So now the ratio we call it as m is to n. M is 3 and n is 1. So now find the point of division, that is mx2. mx2 means what? 3 into minus 1. Here m is what? 3. x2 is what? X coordinate of the second point. So 3 into minus 1 plus 1 into 2 divided by m plus n. M plus means sum of the ratio. 3 plus 1. Similarly for y coordinate, m y2. M means 3, y2 means this. So 3 into 3 plus n y1, 1 into 1 divided by m plus n. M plus n is what? 3 plus 1. If you simplify this, you will get section formula for internal division. So minus 3 plus 2, it will become minus 1 by 4. And 3 3 is a 9, 9 plus 1, 10, 10 divided by 4. Further, you can write in simple ratio. So this can be written as minus 1 by 10, sorry, minus 1 by 4, and 2 2s are 2, 5s are 5 by 2 after dividing. So now you got the points, point that is P. P is what? 1 minus 1 over 4 and 5 by 2. The point of division. So now if they ask you to find a point which divides RS in the ratio 3:1, so we use section formula. What is the section formula for internal division? mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n divided comma my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. See, point of division is also a point. Point will have x coordinate as well as y coordinate. So for x coordinate, if you remember the formula, just in the place of x replace it by y, you will get y coordinate. What is the point of division? mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n, where m and n represents what? Ratio. And I told you crisscross, m with this x and n with this x gives you x coordinate, and similarly m with this y and n with this y gives you y coordinate. I hope all of you are thorough with the formula. Become thorough, and we'll apply this formula to find the point of division, the point which divides the line joining. What is the point of internal division? mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n and my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. See, now the point was in between, it is internal division. Now we'll go to the next case. Here AB are the line joining points, and I want to compare AB with respect to P. P lies outside. So this is a point which divides AB again in the ratio m and n, m is to n, but externally. The point of division lies outside this A and B. Hence we call this as point of external division. What we call it as? Point of external division. So now same formula, instead of plus we'll use minus. What is the formula for internal division? mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. But for external division, same formula we repeat, but in the place of plus we have what? Minus. What is the point of external division? mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. This is the formula to find the point which lies outside AB but divides AB in the ratio m is to n. The point of division lies outside, so we say external division. So now you have learned two section formulae. One, point which divides AB in the ratio m is to n internally, and the other one, point which divides AB in the ratio m is to n externally. If it is internal division, what is the formula? mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. If it is external division, what is the formula? Same formula, but in the place of plus put what? Minus. So it will become mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. ನೋಡಿ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ, ಸೆಕ್ಷನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಮೊದಲದು ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಓದಿದ್ವಿ. ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತು, ಎ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿ ನಡುವೆ ಪಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್. ಎರಡನೇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿ ಆಚೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಈ ಎ ಬಿನ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೋ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಚೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನಿತ್ತು? mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n ಇತ್ತು. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನಲ್ಲೂ ಅದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬರಿತೀವಿ, ಆದರೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬದಲಿಗೆ ಏನು ಬರಿತೀವಿ? ಮೈನಸ್ ಬರಿತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ನೋ, ಮಿಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೈನ್ ಜಾಯಿನಿಂಗ್. Mid point always divides in the ratio 1:1. For example, between A and B, if the distance is 10 meters, midpoint will be, if AB length is 10 meters, means midpoint will be exactly P is the midpoint, means it will be 5 each. So A to P the distance is 5 and P to B also distance is 5. When I divide 5 by 5, it will become 1 by 1. So any equal numbers when you divide, any equal numbers when you compare, you will get 1:1. So midpoint means what? Midpoint is a point which divides AB equally. Equally means what? Here to here, if it is 8 is the length, here to here also length is 8. 8 by 8 is what? 1 by 1. Simple ratio is 1:1. So what is the definition of midpoint? Midpoint is the point of internal division. What is the midpoint? It is a point of internal division which divides AB in the ratio 1:1 internally. So midpoint is a point which divides AB in the ratio internally 1:1. The ratio is 1:1 and the point of division is internal. So you know section formula for internal division. What is the section formula for internal division? mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n, comma my2 plus ny1 divided by n plus n. So I have to use the section formula. If I want to find this point P, I have to use this formula. Why I should use this formula? Because the midpoint always lies internally. Midpoint is a point which divides AB in the ratio 1:1 internally. So now you know value of m. Value of m is what? 1. Value of n is also what? 1. In this formula, in the place of m and n, if you put 1, you will get 1 into x2 plus 1 into x1 divided by 1 plus 1. Similarly, 1 into y2 plus 1 into y1 divided by 1 plus 1. So 1 into x2 is how much? x2 plus x1 divided by 1 plus 1 is 2. Then 1 into y2 is y2, 1 into y1 is y1, y2 plus y1 divided by 2. So x2 plus x1 by 2, y2 plus y1 by 2, or x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. This is the midpoint formula. So what is the midpoint formula? x1 plus x2 by 2. See, mid means what? Half. Half means what? By 2. That's why here by 2. That is easy. So what is the midpoint formula? Sum of the x coordinate divided by 2, comma sum of the y coordinate divided by 2. What is midpoint? Midpoint is a point of division which divides the line joining in the ratio 1:1 internally. So now we'll take a simple problem. If I ask you to find if A 5, 3 and B is -2, 4. If I want you to find the midpoint of line joining AB, want you people to find the midpoint of line joining A and B. So what is the formula for midpoint? Midpoint is x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. First point we call it as x1 y1, second point we call it as x2 y2. Midpoint formula, you know what is the midpoint formula? Sum of x coordinate by 2, comma sum of y coordinate by 2. So sum of x coordinate means x coordinate you add 5 plus -2, 5 plus -2 by 2 and 3 plus 4 by 2. Now simplify this. 5 minus 2 is 3, 3 by 2, comma 7 by 2. My dear students, mid means what? Half. That's why by 2 will come. So add the x coordinate, divide by 2, add the y coordinates, divide by 2, you will get the midpoint. So ಎರಡು x ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ 2 ಮಾಡಿ, ಎರಡು y ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ 2 ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಿಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಿಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ಸ್ AB ಇನ್ ದ ರೇಷಿಯೋ 1:1 ಇಂಟರ್ನಲಿ. ಮಿಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್. ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ AP ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ PB. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಐ ಕಂಪೇರ್ it will become 1:1. Now, I hope all of you understood. 3 formulae we learnt. One is section formula for internal division. The other one is section formula for external division. The other one is midpoint formula. What is section formula for internal division? If any point P divides AB in the ratio m:n, the P value is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. If it divides externally, then the formula is mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. And if they ask you to find the midpoint of line joining points, then it is x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. These 3 formulas you have to remember. Always we can't sit and derive. So we have to remember this formula and we have to apply to solve the problems depending on the context. So some different types of problems, applicative problems will be asked, but you should choose suitable formula out of these 3 and apply. Now, median of a triangle if they ask. Median means what? You need midpoint of the opposite side to the given vertex. If I give triangle ABC, if I ask median from A, so on BC you should find midpoint. So you have to use this. Or if I ask center of circle, center is what? Midpoint of the diameters. Like the different situations we'll use this formula. So first you should know the formula, and depending on the situation, select the formula. And to select the formula, first you should store the formula. So ಈ 3 ಫಾರ್ಮುಲೆಗಳನ್ನ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ತಕ್ಕನಾಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಸರಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತು? ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮಿಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೈನ್ ಜಾಯ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮಿಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತು. Sometimes they'll ask median of a triangle. Median of a triangle means what? One of the vertex to the opposite side. If you join a line, one vertex in the opposite side ge line join ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಮೀಡಿಯನ್ನು ಮಿಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಸೇರಬೇಕು. ಮಿಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಿಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. So my dear students, 3 formula we have learned. Become thorough with this 3 formula. Then we'll go to the last but important application formula from this. Now we'll discuss centroid of a triangle. What is centroid? Centroid means it is a point of intersection of all the medians of a triangle. For one triangle, how many medians you can draw? So we can draw 3 medians. If I take a triangle ABC, I'll try to take a triangle ABC, I'll draw median. So AM is one of the median, BN is second median, CQ is other median. So M and Q are the median. See here AM is one median. Median means what? From one vertex it will join the midpoint. Now I have drawn 3 medians. All 3 medians are cutting at one point. All 3 medians are cutting at one point. G, this is centroid. So we call this point as what? Centroid. What is centroid? Centroid is the point of intersection of medians of a triangle. So now here A to BC we have drawn a median. I named it as AM. And B to AC I will draw median. I name it as BN. And C to AB I will draw. So now in the diagram AM, BN, CQ are medians. They are cutting at a point. That point we call it as centroid. So we call this point G as what? Centroid. So what is G? Centroid. A very important fact is G, centroid divides median in the ratio 2:1. Centroid divides in the ratio of 2:1. Using this, using internal division, you can say centroid is the point of internal division of AM, where M is the midpoint. Using that we can derive the centroid. Centroid formula is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Let me derive and show how to get this. Now observe. First I'll take one of the median A M. In the diagram I am taking only A which touches BC. I'll assume it is touching at a midpoint because it's median. Median means what? From one vertex you draw. So I am drawing only I am taking the same triangle ABC, and I will take even vertices also same. A is x1 y1, and I will take B x2 y2, and C I will take x3 y3. 3 vertices I have taken. Now I want the value of M. So now we will find median. That is, first I will find M. M is the midpoint. In this diagram M is the midpoint. So midpoint of BC. What is the midpoint of BC? Sum of x coordinate x2 plus x3 by 2, y2 plus y3 by 2. Now we got A, M and G you need to find. G is called as what? Centroid. So now we will find centroid. I will draw diagram like this. So now in my diagram A I will write here A is x1 y1, and I will write G here. G we need to find, but G divides in the ratio 2:1, and just now I got M. What is M? What is M value? x2 plus x3 by 2, y2 plus y3 by 2. So now we need to find the value of G. How to find the value of G? Section formula. This is M, this is N. So the x1 y1 is as it is. This is x2 y2. What is section formula? mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n means these two. 2 into x2 plus x3 by 2 plus 1 into x1 divided by m plus n, 2 plus 1. Similarly here also 2 plus 1. So m 2 into y2 plus y3 by 2 plus 1 into y1. Now further simplify, I can cancel this 2 and this 2. So I will be having x2 plus x3, x2 plus x3 plus 1 into x1 is x1 divided by 3, and 2 cancel, so it will become y2 plus y3 plus y1 divided by 3. So now we got the centroid formula. This is the centroid. What is the centroid? G is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, and y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. This is a centroid. So now you got centroid of triangle. By now I have completed all the types of formula. First section formula for internal division, then section formula for external division, then midpoint formula, then centroid. How to find centroid of triangle? Sum of x coordinates by 3, sum of y coordinates by 3. Midpoint, sum of x coordinates by 2, sum of y coordinates by 2 is midpoint. So section formula for internal division, section formula for external division, midpoint formula, centroid of a triangle. These four you have to be thorough. Now we'll start solving the problems. Now find the coordinates of the point which divides the line joining 3, 2 and 1, 4 in the ratio 5:6 internally. Please understand the question. They want you to find the coordinates of the point, means they want to find point. Coordinates of the point means x, y, and the points which join these two. So I'll draw a draft diagram. So I'll take A as point 3, 2 and we name it as x1, y1, and the other point what they give B 1, 4 and name it as x2, y2. Now they want you to find a point which divides internally. Please read this question carefully. They want internal division in the ratio 5:6. Let P be the point and the ratio is 5:6. Now ratio is given, endpoints are given, internally that specified. What is the section formula for internal division? All of you know the formula. What is P now? P is x, y. How to find x, y? P is equal to, so this 2, mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n. This gives you x coordinate of the point, and then my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. This gives you y coordinate of the point. So substitute in this and get the value, that is mx2 means this is m, x2 is this and this crisscross. This is m is 5 and n is 6. Substitute in the formula just. So that will give you 5 into x2, 5 into point of division 5 into 1 plus 6 into 3 divided by m plus n, 5 plus 6, comma, again 5 into y2 is what, 4 plus 6 into y coordinate of the first, y1 is what, 2, 6 into 2 divided by again 5 plus 6. Further simplify this. 5 ones are 5, 6 threes are 18, 18 plus 5, denominator is 11, here also denominator is 11. So now 5 ones are 5 plus 6 threes are 18, 18 plus 5, 23, 5 fours are 20, 6 twos are 12, 20 plus 12, 20 plus 12, 32 divided by 11. These are, the numbers are not divisible here, leave it. You can leave the coordinates in fractions and they are not divisible. So now we got the point. They want you to find the coordinates of the points. We call this as coordinates of the point. This is x coordinate, this is y coordinate, and which divides these two in the ratio 2:1. I hope this is a simple and easy problem. All of you understood this. So to solve this problem, you should know point of division, internal division. What is the point of internal division? mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. And simple, crisscross this ratio with this x coordinate. When you want to do x coordinate, use the formula for x. Same formula, write in spite of x, put y. m plus n, denominator m plus n. Here x2 x1, here y2 y1. ತುಂಬ ಸುಲಭ ಇದು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಕ್ರಿಸ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ರೇಷೋನ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಗೆ, ಈ ರೇಷೋ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಗೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ, ರೇಷೋನ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅರ್ಥ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬದಲಿಗೆ ವೈ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ವೈ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ದಿಸ್. These are all simple direct questions which will become basic for other questions which we are going to solve in my next session. So now we are done with first question. Just if you know the formula, you can solve it. Next, find the coordinates of the point which divides the line joining. Find the coordinates of the point which divides the line joining the following pair of points in the given ratio. So they gave ratio. What is the ratio? 5:4, and they mentioned externally, and they gave the points. So extreme points externally means A is here, B is here, the point of division is here. That is the meaning. But what is the formula for external division? So formula for external division is what? P is equal to mx2 minus nx1 divided by m minus n. Similarly, my2 minus ny1 divided by m minus n. That's it. This is a formula. And m and n, what are m and n values? So 5 is m and 4 is n. The points, we call the points as what? x1, y1 is 0, 4, x2, y2 is this. Substitute. So now denominator m minus n, that is 5 minus 4. Here also 5 minus 4, m minus n. Numerator mx2 means what? 5 into x2. x2 is what? Minus 3. 5 into minus 3. Minus in the formula n is what? 4 into x1 is 0. Similarly, my2, m is what? 5 into what is y2? Y coordinate of second point 7 minus ny1. What is n? 4. What is y1? y1 is also 4. Simplify this, you will get the value. Minus 15. 4 zeros are 0, leave it, divided by 5 minus 4 is 1. Here also 1. 5 sevens are 35. 35 minus 16 minus 15. Hope all of you got this. So what is the section formula for external division? In spite of plus, we will have minus. mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. Remember the formula, apply the formula. Ratio we call it as m and n, and the first point we call them as x1, y1. Second point coordinates we call them as x2, y2, and whatever we got, these are the coordinates of the point of division. They wanted to find the coordinates of the point of division, we got it. Next. The line joining points 1, minus 2 and minus 3 is trisected. Read this carefully. They are telling the line joining these 2 points is trisected. Find the points or find the coordinates of trisection. Find the coordinates of point of trisection. Tri means what? 3. Section means what? Parts. So 2 points. See, now end points I will take. Let me draw a draft diagram. A is 1 minus 2. This is one point. And other point is minus 3 comma 4. Other point is also the game. They told that the line joining these 2 points is trisected. Tri means what? 3. Secting means what? Dividing. So trisecting means what? I have to make 3 equal parts. One is P. If I want to trisect, I need 2 divisions. So AP is one part, PQ is another part, and this. If you observe this, these 3 should be in equal, one part, equal parts. Simply speaking, you can get 2 points of trisection. Sorry, if you want to trisect, you need 2 points in between. So now you need to find P also and Q also. First we will find P. First I will take P. P is one of the point of trisection. See the diagram, and directly we can use the formula. So A and B, and P is one of the point which divides. It's one of the coordinate points of trisection. See now here to here it's one part, and here to here remaining part. Remaining is what? 2. P divides AB in the ratio 1:2. So now what is P? P is internal division or external division? P is between, so P is internal division. So use the section formula for internal division to find P. So now this is x1, y1, this is the x2, y2, and we will use the section formula for internal division. So then it will become 1 into, or first we will write the formula mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n, then my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. So you got the point. Now substitute it. You will get P is equal to 1 into x2 is what? Minus 3 plus 2 into x1 is what? 1 divided by m plus n. M plus n is how much? 2 plus 1. Here also we have 2 plus 1. Again 1 into y2. What is y2? 4 plus 2 into minus 2. Simplify this. If you simplify this, you will get divided by 3. This will become minus 3 plus 2 minus 1, and divided by 3. 4 ones are 4, 4 minus 4 0, 0 by anything is 0, minus 1 by 3 comma 0 is one of the point of trisection, but I need to find Q again. So now I got P, now I will go for Q. So again I will take same AB, A is one point, B is other point, now I am finding Q. So Q divides here to here you can see two parts are there, A to Q, 1 1. So 2 and here it is 1, 2 is to 1. Q divides AB in the ratio 2 is to 1. One point of trisection divides in 1 is to 2, the other one divides in 2 is to 1. So now this is M, this is N, and A and B. What is A? 1 minus 2. What is B? Minus 3 4. Use the section formula. What is the section formula? Mx2. So if I use M minus N, M plus N, section formula directly I'll use. So 2 plus 1, again 2 plus 1. Numerator mx2 means what? This is M. 2 into minus 3, minus 6 plus 1 into 1, 1. Again 2 into 4, 8. And 1 into minus 2, minus 2. Simplify this. You will get minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5 by 3. And 6 by 3 becomes 2. Q. So now we got 2 points of trisection. One is minus 5 by 3, 2. The other one is minus 1 by 3, comma 0. So these are the points of trisection. These are the coordinates of points of trisection. One is P, the other one is Q. You will get 2 points, we got it. And we have one more direct formula, that is taking ratio of x 1 and 2 and 2 and 1, and we can write the formula. So I will write the formula. This is the original method, or this is a real method where we derive two different coordinates using section formula 2 times. R. So if I take a point A, alternate method B, and we say x1 y1 is 1, x2 y2 is other, and 2 points P and Q. So directly for one we will take M 1 is to 2, the other one will take 2 is to 1. So points of trisection P directly both will have divide by 3, divide by 3. Even your Q formula also will have ratio is 1 is to 2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2 is to 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 1 plus 2 is to 2. So ratio is 3. For this point 1 acts as M, so it will become x2 plus 2x1. This will become y2 plus 2y1. This will become opposite. So when I take Q, 2 is to 1, 2 into y, 2 into x2 plus x1 and 2 into y2 plus y1. So directly we can use this formula. You can see trisection means by 3 by 3. And first we'll have 1 2, then we'll have 2 1, that's it. What are the points of trisection? x2 plus 2x1 divided by 3, and here 2x2 plus x1 by 3, and y2 plus 2y1 by 3, 2y2 plus y1. Quotients interchange, that's it. Denominators are same. Now use that directly. So I call this as x1 y1, I call this as x2 y2. Now what is P? Point of trisection, that is divided by 3 is fixed, and x2, what is x2? Minus 3 plus 2 times x1, 2 times what is x1? 1. Similarly y2, 4 plus 2 times y1, what is y1? Minus 2. So now if you minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1 by 3, and 2 into minus 2 is minus 4, 4 minus 4 is 0, we will get P same. And use the formula for Q, by 3 formula. 2 into x2, 2 into x2 means what? 2 into minus 3, 2 into minus 3 is minus 6 plus x1, x1 is 1, and 2 into y2, what is y2? 4, 2 4s are 8 plus minus 2. So now minus 5, minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5 by 3, 8 minus 2 is 6, 6 by 3 is 2. So you got, if you refer same answers, PQ values are same, but directly you can use the formula. Simple, points of trisection, 2 points. See, if I want, you have to divide into 3 equal parts. P if you want, ratio will be 1 is to 2. Q if you want, ratio will be 2 is to 1. Internal division you can take, like long method I have done. Short method is what? Remember the formula. Formula is very simple. Trisection means by 3 will come. So I wrote by 3, and first 1 2 and here 2 1. 1 2 2 1 means x2 1 time x2 plus 2 times x1, same thing for y. Here 2 times x2 plus 1 time x1. Either you remember this or use section formula. So I have done two methods, same problem. Both the methods will fetch you same answer. Now, find the coordinates of the center of circle. They want you to find the coordinates of center of circle. And having minus 3, 4 and 5, 8 as ends of diameter. See, please understand, my dear students, we are applying section formula. They want center of diameter or center of circle. So let me draw a circle and diameter. What is diameter? Longest chord passing through the center is called as diameter. This is the center. AB is the diameter, C is the center. And you know, center is what? Center is the midpoint of diameter. What is center? That is a basic concept. So we can use midpoint formula. So they want center of circle. What is center? Center is the midpoint of diameter. Midpoint of what? Diameter. What is center? Center is the midpoint of diameter. So now diameter ends, you know. What are the diameter ends? So first end is minus 3, 4 and second end is 5, 8 and first end we call it as x1, y1, second end we call it as x2, y2. Now we will find center. So now C is what? Midpoint. So if it is a midpoint, what is the formula for midpoint? So we learnt midpoint formula, you know, x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. So x1, y1 is one end of the diameter, x2, y2 is other end of diameter. So now use the formula. What is x1? Minus 3 plus what is x2? 5 by 2. What is y1? 4 plus what is y2? 8 by 2. But what is the concept? Center means what? Midpoint of the diameter. So I am using midpoint formula. All of you know midpoint formula. I substituted, simplify. Minus 3 plus 5 is 2. 2 by 2. 2 by 2 is 1. 4 plus 8. 8 plus 4 is how much? 12. 12 by 2 is 6. So 1, 6 is the center. They want center, we got center. To find center, we know ends. So ends of what? Diameter. All of you know diameter is the longest chord passes through the center of the circle, and midpoint of the diameter is what? Center. That is the concept. So they want center, and you know center is what? Midpoint of diameter. So find midpoint for these two. How to find midpoint? Use midpoint formula. What is midpoint formula? x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. If they directly ask find the midpoint, anybody will do. But they gave a context of circle. But you should know the concept. What is the concept? For any circle, longest chord is diameter, and diameter always passes through center, and midpoint of the diameter is what? Center. This is the concept. I hope all of you understood. So you can see section formula application. So many different things you can find using section formula. Now we found center of the circle. What is the center of the circle now? Midpoint of the diameter. How to find midpoint? Use the midpoint formula. Then interesting. Find other end of diameter. They are asking you to find other end of diameter. They gave center. Whose center is origin? They told center is origin. What is origin? 0, 0. Find other end of diameter of circle whose center is origin, and one end is minus 3, 6. One end they give minus 3, 6. So now we will take a circle. So this is the center, and this center point also you know that is 0, 0 origin. And one end of the diameter they give. I call the one end as minus 3, 6, and we call it as x1, y1. But other end I call this A, and other end B. They have not given. We don't know other end. Unknown. I call it as x, y. This is x2, y2. We need to find this. How to find this? Use the same concept. What is center? Center is the midpoint of diameter. C is midpoint of AB. C is midpoint of what? AB. Now C is given actually. What is C? 0, 0. In the place of C, I will put 0, 0. Midpoint formula. What is midpoint formula? x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So now I will write this as now. Simplify this. So 0, 0 is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2. So what is x1? Minus 3. What is x2? X. So minus 3 plus x by 2, comma y1 plus y2 by 2, 6 plus y by 2. Now we got this. Here you observe 2 points are equal. Very, very important. If 2 points are equal, then the corresponding x coordinates are equal and y coordinates are equal. Here 2 points equal bandide. If 2 points are equal like this, you can equate first with first, means x with x and y with y. If you do that, you will get xy. Xy is the other end. So in the beginning we have to mention. So we need to find the other end. Let b is equal to x comma y be the other end of diameter. Be the other end. Be the other end. So now I got these two are equal. If 2 points are equal, then the corresponding x values are equal and corresponding y values are equal. Here x is 0, equated to x coordinate of this, that is minus 3 plus x by 2. So transfer 2 to this side, 0 into 2, that implies 0 into 2 is equal to minus 3 plus x. 0 into 2 is 0 is equal to minus 3 plus x. That implies x is equal to minus 3, transfer that side, it will become 3. Now we got x value. So we equated x coordinate with x coordinate, we got x value, and equate y coordinate with y coordinate and get y value. So I'll equate y coordinate. What is y coordinate? 0. Here what is y coordinate? 6 plus y by 2. Equate it. 0 plus y by 2 or 6 plus y by 2 is equal to 0. Transfer 2 to that side. So 6 plus y is equal to 0 into 2. So 6 plus y, 0 into anything is 0. Y is what? Minus 6. Now you got other end. So x coordinate you got, y coordinate you got. Therefore other end b is what? X comma y, and you got x value and y value. What is x value? You got 3, and what is y value? You got minus 6. So now we got other end of the diameter. This is other end, we got it, 3 comma minus 6. Sometimes they'll give ends of diameter, they'll ask you to find center. Sometimes they'll give one end and center, you should find other end. This is a method, but the concept is same. What is the concept? So center is the midpoint of the diameter. So one end of diameter is given, call it as x1, y1. Other end is not given, call x comma y and use the midpoint formula and solve for the unknown. I hope all of you understood how to find other end. In today's session, I have done few important problems based on section formula. So let me summarize. Section formula for internal division, external division, midpoint formula, centroid. Still we have not done, these are the formulae we discussed, still we have not done centroid problems, and we have to do so many different types of this. But revise these 3 formulae, whatever I taught, and go through this, and I'll be waiting for you people for my next session. In my next session, we'll go ahead with many more problems of section formula applications. Thank you.